Welcome, students and viewers. So, today we are going to do Unit 2 of New Social Movements. The name of the module is Environmental Movements. Myself, Sanskriti Iyer, Assistant Professor at Government College of Arts, Science and Commerce, KEPE. Outline: it is the introduction to the environmental movements as new social movements and also to understand the concept of environmental movements. Learning outcomes: the student will be able to understand environmental movements as new social movements and also to describe the environmental movements. So, students, when we are talking about environmental movements, we should be knowing that it is a part of the new social movements. So basically, the new social movements they started in the period of 1960s, when soon after many countries were liberated, they were independent, and identity politics started playing the great role. So the environmental movements they are also referred to as the ecology movement. It includes conservation and green politics. It is a diverse philosophical, social, and political movement for addressing environmental issues. So basically, it is addressing the environmental issues that followed post World War II, the repercussions of the World War II. If we take example of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the problems that occurred because of the radiations and the bombing, atomic bombing. So after that, the human beings and also the mother nature, the problems that were facing, they were voiced either through social movements or through political voicing. In its recognition of humanity as a participant in ecosystems, the movement is centered on ecology, health, and human rights. So, when we are talking about this environmental movement, it is an international movement. So, it is not just limited to one area of the world or one country of the world. Though it is started, voicing has started from US. The movement it belongs to the whole of the world. Like for example, if we take India, we have this Chipko movement, which has the international recognition. So, it is represented by a range of organizations from enterprises to grassroots, and it varies from country to country. Yes. So if you see in US and all, they have these organizations whereby the green politics is very strong. But when it comes to India, the environmental movements are related to the at the grassroots level. So whether it is the Narmada Bachao Andolan, whereby the tribal people, the indigenous people who have voiced for their indigenous rights related to nature. So it varies. As it is broadest, the movement includes private citizens, professionals, religious devotees, politicians, scientists, non-profit organizations, and individual advocates. So basically, we call them as the environmentalist. So when it comes to the politicians, we have Maneka Gandhi who speaks about the animal rights. Then we have several scientists. We have religious devotees also who speak about saving cows, who speak about saving Mother Earth, and then we have individual advocates. So environmental movement as a new social movement, how did it develop? Because environmental movement, the voicing for the environment is there since ages. But you know what has happened is it began to take off after the World War II. People began to recognize the cost of environmental negligence, diseases, and the expansion of air and water pollution through the occurrence of several environmental disasters. The major literary force in the promotion of environmental movement was Rachel Carson's Silent Spring. So it was after the publication of the Silent Spring in the 1960s, what has happened is it gave more literary or the academic force or the boost to the environmental movements and to the voicing of various issues remained with the water or the air pollution and the other problems. So, beginning in 1969 and continuing into 1970s, Illinois-based environmental activist, okay, James Phillips, he engaged in numerous convert anti-pollution campaigns using the pseudonym the Fox. So he used the Mr. Phillips used the name the Fox, and he was voicing his concern about the pollution that was created by the different industries in US. So Philip has an ecotage campaigns that attracted considerable media attention and also inspired other direct action protests against the environmental destruction. So after which it was followed by several legislations that saved it. So, students, the first Earth Day was celebrated on 22nd April 1970s, and it followed by Greenpeace, which is considered as one of the largest environmental concern NGO. It was established in 1971. So in 1980s, it saw the creation of Earth First, okay, the group with an ecocentric view of the world. And they believed in equality between the rights of the human to flourish, the rights of all other species to flourish, and the rights of life-sustaining system to flourish. So basically, they raise their voice when it comes to some new infrastructural developmental projects that harm the nature. So in 1950s, 1960s, and 1970s, there were several events that illustrated the magnitude of environmental damage caused by humans. And moreover, it was, and they voiced the concern over technological accomplishments such as nuclear proliferation and photos of the earth that were taken from the outer space, whereby there was a depletion of ozone layer, there was which was very much visible, that provided new insight and new reason for the concern. So in 1972, students, the United Nations, so this is about the world government, there was a conference on human environment at Stockholm. This conference led directly to the creation of government, environmental agencies, and the UN Environment Program. By mid 1970s, anti-nuclear activism was at rise. And it was not only the local protest and the politics to gain a wider appeal and influence, but it was very much international movement. So what has happened is since 1970s, there has been public awareness through various platforms. There is environmental science, ecology, and technology that have advanced to include modern focus points like, ozone depletion, global climate change, acid rain, mutation breeding, genetically modified crops, and genetically modified livestock. So the concern now is on this type of genetically modified livestock and the crops that in turn affect the human beings and also the nature. So when we are talking about these environmental movements, let us understand the scope of these movements. First of all, it is the conservation movement. Within the environmental movement, there is a movement called as for the conservation that seeks to protect natural areas for sustainable consumption as well as for the traditional purposes like hunting, fishing, trapping, and spiritual use. So, if we come to the indigenous communities or the tribal communities, for them, the mother nature is very much spiritual to them. And so, also, there are several local communities that are dependent on environment for their daily survival, whether it is through hunting or through fishing. For that, also, the environment has to be protected. So, the conservation movement is all about that. Environmental health movement, so which focuses on urban standards like clean water, efficient sewage handling, and a stable population growth, which is very much important so that there is no pressure felt on the different natural resources. Environmental health could also deals with nutrition, it deals with preventative medicine, aging, and other concerns specific to human well-being. So, if we see the preventative medicines and all, we can take the example of, the COVID 19 vaccination that drive that is going on all over the world. So, it's a preventative vaccine, and the environmental movements also speak about that. So further, when we are talking about the scope of environmental movement, so it is also the environmental justice movement, giving justice to the communities that are directly dependent on environment, also to the animals and the other species that are affected. Ecology movements, the conservation of ecology, bright green environmentalism, focusing on how we can preserve and further enhance the environmental protection, and deep ecology, whereby it focuses on the devastative impact on the environment, and the nuclear movements, which is against the nuclear proliferation in terms of weapons. So here are the references. Thank you.